do we rotate the camera around? How do we rotate the camera around? Share. There we go. Look at all the red. Have a Coke and a smile. Have a Coke and a smile. Hello, hello, the other trip. Shannon, Sean, and the other James Best. I'm here picking up a load of Coca-Cola. Sean, check this out. I've made an improvement to my truck. Here it comes. My new number. Coming down the side. Coming down the side. There we go. There we go. How's that look, guys? How's that look? And my numbers are back there. You don't need to see my numbers. You can look me up. And I'm in the dock, getting loaded. I haven't had time to do squat. I tell you what, I now have my own authority. Let's put this in the cradle and let's have a conversation. Yeah, I got my Tractor Supply hat. I'm out here in West Valley, Utah, and I'm picking up a load of Coke product. Go to Sparks, Nevada, out by Reno. So I've been running my own authority for the last week or so. I've had to leave California. There was one fly in the ointment with my getting my authority, and it's my own thought. The minute I got my DOT number, in California you have to apply for a California number. You get it through Highway Patrol. Thank you, thank you. And with that number, it takes about 10 days just to get that number. And then once you get that number, you have to file for a carrier permit for California. And this is the permit that will let you pick up loads and deliver loads within the state of California. And that can be interstate or intrastate. So I had to leave the house and bobtail out of the state to do my first load. I bobtailed out to Vegas. So I really wasn't heartbroken. It was Vegas. So that was fun. And I've been back to Vegas a few times since then. So I can't go home till I get that permit number. See, it takes 10 days to get the number. Then it can take up to another 30 days to get your permit. My own fault. I did not know this. And the minute I got my MC number and my permit numbers, my DOT number, I should have applied, but I waited till after Christmas, didn't apply till sometime after New Year's. So here it is, you know. I should be probably getting it the first of next week. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's a learning curve. All this is a learning curve to me. So we're doing the best we can. I tell you what, did you get your 1660 home? It's 1660 home. I don't understand that. It's still early. I'm sipping on my first cup of coffee. So they're loading me right now. Get in here real quick. I feel the truck shaking and bouncing. So that's a good thing. And it was snowing a little this morning. Yeah, I mean, just blowing around in the air, nothing to stick. Okay. Yeah, you know, whoa, what happened here? Stop that, stop that, stop that. My volume went down. Cowboy, what up? Cowboy. There we go. My volume was turned all the way down for some reason. Let me put you back in the cradle. Yes, at the palm of my hand. You know what's good for the palm of your hand? Cash. That's right, put some cash in there. But it's taken me a while to figure out things. I tell you what, it's kind of, there's a lot of rejection getting your authority, because you call these brokers up and you say, oh, I see you just got your authority. We're not going to do business till you have 90 days in. We're not going to do business till you have 30 days in. We're not going to sign you on as a carrier till you got a year in. I had one broker say, oh, well, you don't sign new carriers until you have a year in, 3 trucks, and at least 3 drivers. It's like, okay, yeah, no problem. No problem. So, yeah, anyway. Mega moves, yeah, I think we're all making some changes. You know, this industry's changing really fast. You know, we're coming out, you know, I don't want to talk politics because people just can't discuss politics. I love talking about politics, but people have a hard time, I'm right, you're wrong, and that mentality. So you know what, I don't discuss it too much. But, you know, we're coming out of a bad economic situation, rolling into a new administration in the White House. Economies are kind of turning around a bit. There's a lot of movement. Yeah, there's a lot of movement in this country. Freight is up. Rates are up. But, you know, being a new carrier, they really want to lowball you. But I've been able to, you know, I live out on the West Coast, so I mean, I'm not getting those Midwest rates, but you know, I'm holding my own. I'm doing better than Schneider. Bernie, he cracks me up. Yeah, Bernie. You know, I tell you what, during the whole election process, I think Bernie had everything just dead on. I didn't like his approach to cared for his approach to solutions, but but spelling it out as like it is. I mean, he spelled it out. He spelled it out clean and clear, and he was dead on. But I didn't care for his solutions too much. Put his hair and glasses on my trailer. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. You know, you could put a picture on one side of the trailer of Albert Einstein and put a picture of Bernie Sanders on the other side, and it's like, hey, we're cousins. That's funny. And, you know, the falling out of Trump and Breitbart News, what's his name, Steve Bannon, it was over the hair. You know, the other made each other look bad, so one of them had to go. They both had that mop of hair on their heads. So, yeah, but you know, that's the only problem I've had so far is trying to find brokers to work with and filling out carrier packets. I've been sitting too long in between loads, or I've been carrying a load too long for a period of time. Gosh, there was this one load that was going, it picked up yesterday. Yeah, you know, every day in the news, I mean, it's got these investigations. It's like, oh gosh, how much more can you investigate? I mean, I'm tired of watching the news. I really am. I'd rather watch the waves at the beach or something else, you know, but the news, I am just so sick of the news, you know. It's just, it just sucks right now. And, where was I saying? Oh yeah, that load, it picked up somewhere here in Utah, and you had to sit on the load for 5 days. You delivered one of the stops in Farmington, New Mexico on Monday, and then you delivered the other load on Tuesday in Roswell, New Mexico, and you sat on the load for stinking 5 days. And I said, my gosh, if I got to sit on a load for 5 days, I said I should be getting a decent rate of pay, not this piddly stuff that you're offering. I mean, you're not even coming close. If I got to sit on a load for 5 days, you know, I should be getting at least $500 a day. Give me $2,500. Oh, well, the load only pays $1,500. I said, well, we're not meeting anywhere in the middle here. Multi-stop loads, had enough running Walmart. Yeah, I usually like one stops, unless it's like a Costco thing, because there are loads that pick up. I saw 2 of them this week that went down. One went to Phoenix and one went down to Tucson. And the one to Phoenix you had a 5 a.m. delivery at a Costco, actual Costco warehouse, not the warehouse, but the store people shop in Scottsdale, Arizona, and then you had the other one at I think 8 a.m. in Phoenix. 2 stops. I think the one down there in Tucson had 3 stops, and I was all set up with the one on Tucson. It was 3 stops actually in Tucson. You stopped at I think you stopped at Chandler at 5 a.m. and then the other 2 stops were down there in Tucson, and you were done by 9 a.m. or your last appointment was no big deal. And that was with yeah, I've been having a lot of time in between because I'm having a hard time finding loads. I mean, I see every load going back to California. I've been working, and then, you know, the brokers that want to work with me being a new hire. I forget who that broker was. I think it was Night Transportation. I had a whole carrier. They had me down on the load, but they said I needed references. And I said, well, I don't have any reference. I'm new out the gate. They go, well, who have you hauled for so far? I said, well, I've been hauling for Total Quality Logistics. Oh, well, they don't give references. I go, well, then how can I give you a reference? I said, I tell you what, I've been driving 30 years, new truck, new trailer, over, 3 million miles, safety awards, that kind of bullshit. I said, and I got AAA insurance. I said, what more do you need? Well, if somebody could say that you are an all right guy and you made a load on time, you weren't late. I said, lady, I've been doing this for 30 years. I don't have a reference. You said C.H. Robinson doesn't give out references. yeah, easy. I mean, you know what, people? We're not curing cancer here. We're truck drivers. We're going to point A, picking up, going to point B, delivery. How hard is that? If we're responsible, we give phone numbers, we give check calls, we will update if anything was to go wrong, whether it's weather, whether road is shut down and it might be a day delay because there was a fatality on the freeway and they had it shut down all day, or you had a breakdown of your equipment. But again, coming in with new, better, the odds and likelihood of, well, you can't say that anymore. Trucks aren't the same as they used to be. But yeah, it's just dumb. I know Jeff expressed these concerns as well. I'm waiting to get my 30 days. Once I get 30 days, that opens up a new window of brokers I can work with. Also too, when I get the 6 months in, that opens up a lot more brokers as well. So, yeah, kind of is what it is. So, again, a lot of in-between times. And so being out here in Utah, it's like page after page of everything going back to California. Hey, Snorlord. Yeah, all these loads going back to California, but I don't have my California permit. I'm waiting for it in the mail. So I have to run other states until I get that California permit. And you say, okay, I'll do other states. I think Utah is one of those central hubs within the state where everything gets delivered in Utah and Idaho and right in this vicinity, and then it gets shipped down to California. So it was tough finding me a load. I've been sitting for 2 days trying to find a load. and filling out carrier packets, trying to find people to work with. And not sit on a load for 5 days. That Roswell, New Mexico was ridiculous to sit on that load for only $1,500 and sit on it from Friday to Tuesday. I don't think so. You know. So it's been interesting. You know, it's a whole different learning curve. So on one good note, I had a ticket. Yes, I had a speeding ticket, and it went to court Tuesday. Yes, I'm ashamed. Bad, bad, bad. I got a ticket in California, and so I had to hire an attorney, take it to court. I did not win my case. However, the officer who wrote the ticket, she was a really nice lady, and we kind of hit it off really good. We were, you know, just talking, whatever. She was really nice. And they said, well, my client, the lawyer said, my client is more worried about the point system. He realizes if he has to pay a fine, he's willing to pay a fine. But is there a way we could do this with no points? And so I didn't get any points. What they did is a logbook type violation type thing. Hold on a second, someone's coming to the door. Hey, how you doing?
Are you leaving?
No, I'm getting loaded. They're loading me right now. They haven't come out with my paperwork yet. But they tell you to come to door 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here. Well, somebody's waiting for my door 13. So, I didn't get the point. That's good. But hopefully I'm done here. If they're scheduling this guy, they got to come out, because one of these things where they undo your glad hand and they put on one of those little red safety locks. You want to know something about those little red safety locks? I went down to the Volvo dealership to take my truck in for service. I had a Schneider trailer. It was empty. I parked it on the street, unhooked, put the kingpin lock on it, and I have one of those dumb little red plastic locks, and I put it on. Well, I had 2 of them. I put the wrong one on, which I no longer have a key for, because that was with the Freightliner truck, and when I turned in my keys to Freightliner on my end of Schneider lease, I gave him the keys to that lock, and I never threw it away. I should have just thrown it away because I didn't have keys for it. So anyway, what I ended up doing is that glad hand plastic thing that was on the glad hand with the lock in it, I didn't have a key for. So what I did is I took a wrench and I actually unscrewed the glad hand with the thing glued on, and I went into the Volvo ship and just bought me a new glad hand and put the glad hand on, hooked up the line, and drove home. And then I put that glad hand in a vise, and I had a pickle fork, and I took the pickle fork and wedged the lock out of it. So now I have an extra glad hand to use. So I mean, how much is a glad hand? About $3 at Volvo dealer. It might have been $4. But I got out of the predicament. I was going, oh, great, you're stupid, Russ. threw that lock away. So how's everybody doing today? I'm just rambling on while I get loaded. Looks like they gave this guy a different door. He's going to pull in probably right next to me. Oh, yeehaw, I got rocked on that one. Yeah, it's like, you know, in this business, you better have a few, and you better be able to think outside the box and get creative. It just goes to show those little plastic things aren't worth a damn. Am I? Go visit Mr. Like. Go pull up into his pole barn and ask, what's for dinner? Oh, this guy's got a delivery. Look at all these these look like empty cans of Sprite. Let's see. Let's flip this around. Yeah, here he is. Empty cans of Sprite. There's no way those things are full stacked up that tall. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we got a couple trucks here spinning it around. Let's flip it around, put it in the cradle. Yeah, let's put some cash. That's good, Steve. I saw that thing on Facebook about your trailer. Congratulations on that. So that's a good thing. I forgot that trailer, but it sure looked good. Sure looked good. I made the mistake of hauling a load of hay like gear grabber out of Farmington, New Mexico, and I took it down to Vicksburg, Arizona. Man, I tell you what, I swept that thing out the best I did, and I ended up spending about 2 days down in Arizona in between loads because it delivered on a Saturday, and I really couldn't find anything coming out till Tuesday with brokers that would work with me. And I must have blown out that trailer about three or four times. I kept plugging my cordless battery back into charge, and I was in this place, and I backed up by the fence, and I left the doors open all for like so. Yeah, I heard McGee. Hey, McGee made a change too. A few of us are making a few changes and going to different carriers or starting. You know, it's just that time of the year. First of the year, it's, you know, you kind of evaluate, look at your numbers, you know, see where you've been, where you'd like to go, and how to pursue it. I mean, nobody's going to give it to you. Yeah. Yeah, that hay load. Well, you know, it did pay pretty good, and it got me out of Albuquerque on a Friday because it looked like I was a little desperate to get a load out of Albuquerque on Friday because, you know, Albuquerque is one of those dead zones. If you don't have a load going out Friday, you're going to sit there till Monday. So I took it out, delivered it on Saturday. Yeah, I heard that. I haven't had a. This is the first chance I got on YouTube. I haven't even watched any videos. I've just been busy and just concentrating on everything. You know, you kind of get in that zone of doing stuff and paperwork and just, you know, I think I've lost a few pounds, you know, when you kind of get, I mean, I'm not worried or anything. In fact, I'm having a blast. I like this, but you know, it's not stressful. I'm not worried, but when you're kind of out of that comfort zone, I don't know. I probably dropped maybe 7-8 pounds, lost a little bit of weight. My pants are falling down. So, met some nice people in Arizona. When I was down there, met some people from Alaska. Live vid, but not live vid. Hilarious. I'm gonna have to check that out. Got some money in my account. My wife just texted me. Got some money in the account. That's good. I gave my wife a job. I said, you know, with the factoring and everything, I said, I don't want to constantly be going on the bank's website to see if I got paid. I said, I know you check. My wife checks our accounts almost every day just to make sure nobody's hacking into our account. Yeah, well, I'm not stressed. It's just something new. Just something new. I think I did the same thing when I went out to Schneider for orientation. I went out to Charlotte, and I went out there. Well, it was just, you know, it's so humid out there in Charlotte. I think I dropped 10 pounds by the time I got home. You know, and it's just the type of thing, you know, hey, you know, I know how to hold the steering wheel, know how to drive, you know, but you're kind of fish out of water type thing. You're in new surroundings, new territories, and just trying out something new. So it's more just a little nervous, you know, just making sure you get to the right place at the right time, that sort of thing, and just doing things. So, you know, that's kind of how it is now. I'm sure by the time I get a month on, you know, I think when I did that with first with Schneider, I think, you know, the first 3 weeks I was like that, and then you kind of feel, okay, I think I know what I'm doing, and you're getting things down. Salt and pepper hair. I don't have the pepper anymore. It's just salt. It's just snow. In fact, I've been letting my hair grow out, and I hate it. I think I'm going to buzz it off again. I hate it being this long. I got it cut and just absolutely hate it. I have to comb my hair. Yeah. I had two teenage daughters, and it went white really fast. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Well, here comes a Coca-Cola guy. He's got a hoodie on, so maybe he's going to come out here and release me, tell me my paperwork is ready, and I can come into the office. That's like this load I'm on. It doesn't deliver till Monday, so I'm in no hurry to go from Utah to Sparks, Nevada. Yeah, I have a plate trailer. I bought a 2017 Hyundai high cube trans led trailer with the panels about every. I have, you know, the E-rails going up and the composite panels going about every 2 feet or so. And I purchased it. Most of the trailers were going for $30,000, give or take. And by the time you add the tax, the license, and all that, it kicks it up to, like, you know, a little bit more. But I was able to get this because it was a 2017. He had 2 of them left to make room for the 2018s. I got this one at $26,000. So I was pleased. I didn't get a full maintenance lease or anything like that. So all that stuff isn't covered. So it's going to be up to me to take it in for 90-day inspections and take it in for, you know, to get the bearings and the brakes checked about every 90 days and stuff like that. You know, if you're going to do a 90-day, you know, go ahead and grease the bearings for me and, you know, adjust the brakes. That's about all I need. So I figure the savings that I saved, that $4,000, going from 26 to 30, that will buy my first set of tires right there in savings when it comes around to that time. That pretty much paid for the tires when it comes around when it's time. So 26 plus fit, so it good price, Steve. Yeah, I think mine came to a little bit more because the sales tax in California, oh my God, it was ridiculous. By the time I took that I think mine was $26,900. So let's just say 27. By the time you add the licensing, the taxes, and all the thing, I mean, it almost kicked it up to almost $31,000 or $32,000. The tax in California was almost $3,000. So I'll write. No, I can't write that off on my taxes because I'll have to wait the next year to write that off. But yeah, bull. Oh, sales exec. Well, you know, I live in a foreign country where they're like this. We need your money. You're going to live here? Yeah. Well, you're going to have to pay right here to live right there. And I'm telling California, hopefully this year, go fuck yourself. Screw California. I love the state, love the climate. People are stupid, but love the climate, love the people. No, I don't love the people. Where I live up in Fresno, I like the people. I used to live in Southern California. And, I miss one thing in Southern California, one thing only, and that's going to, well, 2 things. Going to the beach. I used to live in Corona, California, and it only took me about a half an hour to get to the beach. I miss going to Newport Beach, Huntington Beach, Balboa Beach, Laguna Beach. Sometimes I go to Long Beach, hop on the ferry, and go out to Catalina for the day and go scuba diving. I miss that. But to go to the beach, you had to go Well, we can't leave till 9 o'clock, let the morning commute traffic down. So you go to the beach, and then you say, oh, now it's 1 in the afternoon. We better get back before the afternoon commute or you're screwed. Yeah, San Diego. Yeah, I love it. My dad and I, we went down to, you know what? My dad and I, we went down to San Diego. And we went down to the Midway, the ship down there at the dock, at the port. That was a lot of fun because my dad, when he was, you know, he was about 18 years old, right out of high school, you know, parents said, get out or charge your rent. Well, my dad and my uncle joined the Army, my dad joined the Navy, and the first ship that he ever served on was the Midway aircraft carrier. So that was fun going down there. I got to get a personal tour from somebody who served on the ship, and it's a decommissioned museum now. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I got to see the ship through my dad's eyes. So that was kind of fun. And while we were there, we went up to the captain's nest up there. They call it the crow's nest up there on the top. And there was a serviceman and 2 officers, and he was re-listing up for another 4-year term, and he took his sworn oath up there in the crow's nest up the Midway, and we got to witness that. That was kind of cool too. So that was a fun time. I love San Diego. I do miss that, and I do miss the Angel Stadium. I used to go down to the Angel ball games all the time there, watch the game with a few friends. I always had seats behind first base. I used to get season tickets and go down there and watch the Angel games. And when the ball game got out, boy, because I paid for that preferred parking, boom, in the car, home in 20 minutes. Well, don't come to California unless you're on vacation. You know, Disneyland, no big deal. I haven't been to Disneyland since my kid was like 2 years old or 5 years old, or, you know, when you have kids and stuff like that. If I had grandkids, I'd probably, you know, take them down there, but I'd talk the wife into doing it. If I could avoid Disneyland, that's fine with me. Yeah, everything's so expensive. I remember, you know, when my wife and I were dating in our teens, you could go to Disneyland for like $18 a person or something like that, and pay $5 to park. I hear it's now over $100 and some for a ticket, and who knows what they're charging you to park. So I have no clue. Can't believe our family. Not anymore. Yeah, I'm thinking of going out to Henderson or Summerlin, Nevada. My business license is in Nevada, and I would like to continue to just have everything networked in Nevada. You know, kind of do that. I mean, I would like to go up towards the Reno, but, you know, I don't feel like dealing with snow and ice and the cold. You know, Henderson's kind of nice. I like that out there. I like the desert climate. I'm a kind of person that could wear shorts every day out of the year, but I'm in Nevada now. So look, I'm wearing jeans to keep my butt warm. It's not that cold. It's only like in the 40s. I mean, I probably would be wearing shorts, but it was snowing this morning, so. And I don't know what it's going to be in Sparks, Nevada. You go through a lot of mountains to get out that way. I'll go out to Arizona. I like Arizona. I really do. I just don't know if I want to live there. Yeah, you know, to me, you know, I see you guys out there, and I have no clue. Snow. You know what my definition of snow is? I drive up to the local, and then I get in my car and I go home. Or I go to the ski lodge and I'm drinking drinks at the bar, and then I go to a cabin to just look out the window out of it, and then when the weekend's over, guess what? I go home. Have no clue what it's like to live in the snow. This guy's looking at me like, what is he doing? He's talking to himself. All right, hold on, guys. Are we good? Okay. Hey, guys, I gotta bail. My paperwork is ready. So be safe out there. Be careful. Just an update of what's been going on with me. and we'll talk to you later. See ya.